with a northern wind singing through the ash-gray sky. Somewhere in Iceland where the cold seas never lie, there's a tiny little vent that thinks it's born to roar and rise. But it's just a 1-meter heartbreak staring up at bigger volcano eyes. And I swear I heard it whisper through the basalt and the steam, like a Margaritaville dream gone a little too extreme. Out by Hólsfjallavegur, where the tourists never go, there's a secret under snow that only scientists know. They call it SCP-1699 in their files and their reports, but it calls itself a disaster that got left out of the courts. It's a sapient little crater with a voice like cracking stone, talking to the researchers like it's waiting for a throne. At the Reykjavik volcano lab, disguised so no one sees, it's a lonely little god just begging, please believe in me. It says I should be lava rivers, I should light up the night, not a bubbling sad apology of geological might. But the bigger mountains laugh in the distance through the haze. Hólsfjallavegur stole the glory of the blaze. And Bunga whispers like a legend in the ground, while this little vent just listens to the louder, older sound. And it sighs like steam escaping from a heart it can't define, saying, am I even a volcano if I never cross the line? Senior Einer comes around with his notebook and his grin. SCP-1699 goes, hey man, let the chaos begin. But it's really just a puddle with ambition in its core, dreaming up eruptions like a movie poster roar. It wants to be Vesuvius, it wants to shake the sea, wants its name carved into fear in some catastrophe degree. But it's stuck there on the Icelandic plain, so small and mild, like a myth that never grew up, like a disappointed child. And it laughs then gets quieter, like smoke that lost its fight, seeing even disasters gotta earn their kind of fright. And the scientists all whisper when they think it isn't near, comparing it to giants that it wishes it could hear. So it bubbles a little lower, like it's trying to pretend that inferiority is just a phase that's gonna mend. But deep down it's just listening to everything it's not, in a 1-meter volcano trying desperately to be hot. Then one day there were fireworks dancing fake across the sky. Einer pulled the wires while he hollered something sly. Now don't erupt, we're all so scared, they shouted loud and clear. And for once SCP-1699 thought its moment might be here. It trembled like a legend, like a god about to wake, like the earth itself was finally making no mistake. But the laughter turned to silence when the smoke began to fade, and it realized destruction's just a game the humans played. And instead of being monster, it just felt a little small, like the punchline of a mountain that forgot how to stand tall. Now I've been to tropical bars where the hurricanes roll in, but I never saw a volcano so convinced it's born to win. It's got no lava empire, just a voice and fractured pride, and a heart that keeps on burning from the things it's tried to hide. And maybe all the giants started just the same as this, a little hole in nowhere dreaming of apocalypse. But this one learned that power isn't measured by the blast. Sometimes it's just surviving, being second to the past. So it hums beneath the outpost like a lonely lullaby of a disaster that forgot it didn't have to try. Now the research lights are fading, and the outpost standing still, and the wind rolls off the ocean like it's humming on the hill. SCP-1699 just sits there in the dark, a little glowing ember, trying not to miss the spark. It used to dream of cities swallowed whole beneath its flame, of tremors writing legends that would echo out its name. But now it just remembers how it felt to be a joke, when it tried so hard to thunder, but just softly turned to smoke. And it whispers to the basalt, guess I never got the crown, but I learned the biggest mountains are the ones that don't look down. So if you ever pass through Iceland where the cold winds never lie, say hello to the volcano that learned how not to try. So raise a glass to nothing much that still keeps holding on, to the tiniest volcano singing soft before it's gone. Out in Iceland's quiet shadow, where the cold winds always roam, SCP-1699 just wants to feel like home. And if you listen in the silence, when the world begins to slow, you might hear it saying softly, I'm still here, I know.